Devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. Or did he?
Welcome back, everybody. This is Burnt on Religion, the podcast for those who have been burnt, who are currently burning, and those who are trying to avoid being burnt. I'm Ashton, and guess what, guys?
What?
Life is a stage, and it inspired me
Nice.
to bring back the old-fashioned rap battles. In order to do that, we need names.
Oh, no.
Unsupervised.
Brace yourself.
I'm clocking out.
Here we go. I am Ashton, also known as Little Snowflake. This is Rusty, Dr. Latte.
Oh, my goodness. Let's turn it off now. Can we
This is Josh, Dr. Crystal Clear. Bring it.
Did you introduce the podcast at all?
This is Burned on Religion.
Tell them what we're here for.
Completely.
We're here for the rap battle. Let's go.
No, I'm not rapping.
You got a mic? Bring it.
I got a mic. I'm using it
We need
for
some
good, not
beats.
evil.
We can get some beats.
Yeah, our podcast is here for those who have been burnt or trying not to be burnt or being burnt. You know what the thing you say?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Rusty, drop it.
Okay. Well, welcome back to Burned on Religion.
Dr. Crystal Clear.
Oh my goodness. Can we? You want to start over? Start over?
No, that was beautiful. I love
Okay.
it.
By the way, the topic today is if the devil is really attacking us or not, and I feel like the answer is yes. Through this guy right here. Rapper names?
Yes.
That's what you came up with this
Yeah,
week?
Yep.
Well, you have gotten worse, sir.
You're welcome.
Vessel of
Get
destruction.
some street cred.
Wow. I had enough street cred. Oh my goodness. Well, that was a bumpy start.
That was great.
Well, if you're down in Georgia, we're here to give you some good news today. As we said at the beginning, devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal, and I'm sure that brings concern to every member, every citizen of Georgia. So we're going to help you guys out today. We got this topic of, does Satan really attack us or not? A lot of people believe that Satan is out to get us constantly. And I grew up with that. I did grow up with that thought where Satan was always out to get me. And God was always out to, God was out to get me too.
Both sides.
Yeah, because if I did something wrong, there was God going to smite you idea, religiously. And if you were trying to do right, then Satan was going to smite you. And there was always the warning of, when the person gets saved, they say, why am I struggling so much? Because now Satan's really got you in the crosshairs now that you're saved. Now is where the battle starts. Now he's going to come at you now. And well, why didn't you tell me that before I got saved? Because I was doing great. And now it seems like now I'm the target. So what's really happening with this topic of, is Satan really out to get us? Is he really attacking us? And the Bible is clear that there is a battle. There clearly is a battle. So what does that battle look like? What's going on? So just to let you know, this year already, if I go to old religious teaching, yes, Satan's attacking me. I'm Dr. Crystal Clear or whatever you called me.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel attacked even today. So what happened? What goes on in that head of yours?
You really want to know?
No.
Do we have time?
Yeah, that was
I don't know.
they give enough
No, we
time.
can't. Yeah, we don't have time. Okay, we'll get you help. So let's just skip Ashton for a minute because I feel like it's only appropriate. Rusty, did you
things
grow
to
up with this
say.
whole idea of Satan attacking you? And did he do it on a daily basis, or what was the idea of our relationship with Satan?
Yes, on both counts.
Every day?
Yeah, on a daily.
Okay. What did it look like?
Well, I mean, everything kind of the philosophy of a demon under every rock. I mean, everything that went bad for you.
Okay.
Whatever the scenario you threw out there, that was an attack by Satan.
Everything bad?
Everything bad.
You got a flat tire?
Flat tire.
Satan did it.
Yeah. Too much month at the end of the money type thing.
Yes.
Your kid fell off his bike and broke his ankle, or got tore up and had to have stitches, this and that.
It was all Satan.
It's all Satan. Every aspect of it is Satan.
Every bad thing was
Everything.
Satan. Ashton, did he attack you too?
Apparently. It's weird. I never thought of it like that. Like, I always grew up like I was, which I've said this a couple times, like I was not good enough for God. So I always thought
God was
God
getting you?
was just like, nah, look at that kid. And like, I never really, I've heard of people doing that. Like, if I don't do this, if this, people say string of bad luck, but being bombarded with all kinds of things, then it is Satan getting you, and you better straighten up quick, because then as soon as you straighten up, God will start handing over the blessings and stuff. So I've heard both sides of it, but I've always felt more of the God didn't really care, or didn't
So you weren't being attacked, you were being smitten.
smitten.
Is that what? Yeah.
Smited,
The smiting of
smoted,
the smiting of the Almighty.
Yeah.
So anything that bad that happened to you, you figured it was God trying to get you back on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
Okay, and you felt like
Yeah.
anything bad happened to you was
A straight up attack.
attacked by Satan.
Yeah, to discourage, to stop you from going forward in the
Okay.
momentum of what God wanted you to do.
Well, I was on both. If a bad thing happened, I'm like, well, am I doing good? I think I'm doing good. Must be Satan. If a bad thing happened, I'm like, oh, there is something I have been doing that I shouldn't be doing. Probably God. Either way, I'm being attacked. I'm a walking target, and it could be God trying to help me, and it could be Satan trying to destroy me. One or the other. But and both. By the way, both are very unhealthy. It's a very religious thing that we want to talk about today. So I had this idea of anything bad that happened to me. Well, it must have been. It must have been. I mean, I'm the problem. Either I'm hated by Satan, or I have disappointed God. Either way, I'm not looked at in a good way, and that's why bad things were happening to me. We've all heard this idea of Satan's attacking me, and it could have been as easy as a flat tire. You have 5 flat tires on your way to work. I mean, that's a bad day.
Sure.
That's really bad. That's got to be Satan, right? Or it could be God.
That's a call-in day.
Yeah. Well, or you got fired, one or the other. Yeah, maybe you don't go there anymore. So we give credit to Satan or God for the bad things, right? I mean, is that what we do?
Well, I think as human beings, we want a reason. We're
Sure, yeah.
we want somewhere to place blame, and I use that loosely, but we want to know, or we want the comfortability of what we think we know of. God did this, or Satan is doing this. That is the reason why I am going
Right.
through what I'm going
That's
through.
true. I mean, a lot of people say, why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate question, is why is this happening to me? Or why does bad things happen to good people?
people.
We want to know the why.
I don't deserve this.
Right. I'm a good person. Why this shouldn't happen to me?
Sure.
Well, you know what? If there's a nail on the road and a good person runs over it, that good person gets a flat tire. And if a bad person runs over it, a bad person gets a flat tire. But either way, a flat tire does happen. And it doesn't matter. The nail doesn't care about your personality, it doesn't care about your accomplishments or your character. A nail just does what a nail does. But what we think is, now, did God put the nail there, or did Satan put the nail there? Who placed the nail there?
Getting over analytical.
Right. So we're trying to figure out why did God allow it, or why did Satan cause it? And I got to the point where I said it to our youth group all the time. If you never run into Satan, chances are you're walking the same direction he is. That'll preach.
I've heard that. Yeah.
That'll preach right there. So, when did you run into Satan? Well, I got a flat tire. That was him. That was definitely him. Unless you're not living right, and then there was God probably trying to get your attention. Either way, it's messed up. It It'll preach, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't be preached. So here's the big question. God, there's characteristics about God. He's omniscient. He's all-knowing. Anything else? He's
Omnipresent.
He's omnipresent, all places at once. He's omnipotent. He's all-powerful. Okay? Which one of those fall under Satan's character?
None of them.
He's not all-powerful. He's not all-knowing, and he can't be in all places at once. So if Satan's attacking you, all that Satan has to do, whatever he's doing out there, since he's not omnipresent, he can't be in all places at once. Satan, the wars that happen in the world, messing with people as far as what they believe they are in Christ and all of that stuff. No, he's like, no, today I'm putting a nail under Rusty's tire.
Why mine?
Yeah, why? Yeah. So I don't think anybody's trying to imply this, but what we're saying here is, since he's not omnipresent, Satan decided that Rusty's tire goes to the top of the priority list of what we're doing today. Since he can't be in all places at once, he's like, okay, this is the most important thing for me today. I got to take the air out of the tire. So I don't think anybody's trying to say that I hit the top of Satan's priority list, but isn't that what we're doing by saying devil's attacking me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Since he's not omnipresent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I am the focus.
I am Satan's focus.
Yeah.
Of all the battles that he could possibly get involved with today. I ripped my pants out, and that's what he decided was going to be the attack of today. It's Satan. He's attacking me. Could you have just ripped your pants out? Nope. That must have been Satan. Or God's trying to get my attention. Well, you got everybody's attention now. So what's the battle going on? Maybe it's just life. I don't know.
That can't be.
No, that can't be.
No.
It's got to be Satan, or it's got to be God. So to think that our personal issues have reached the top of Satan's priority list, that's a lot to assume right there. Satan must be attacking me.
Wouldn't that be almost prideful?
It's almost prideful.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody wants to be on the top of his hit list. I'm guessing. Nobody wants to be there. Satan hates me the most.
Well, to be the object of someone's affections,
Yeah, or you're the biggest threat to Satan.
Yeah.
He's not going after all the pastors in the country. He's going after your tire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. So what we have is a very unhealthy view of spiritual warfare. That's what we have here. It must be Satan attacking because things are just going bad in my life. This, that, or the other thing. So what we're experiencing, see how I messed up my word? Satan attacked me just now. Or maybe God's trying to get my attention.
Which one is it?
I'm not sure. It could be that I just didn't think before I spoke. It could be that. What we are experiencing is what we call life. That's what's going on, folks. That's what's happening. It's cold outside. Is that Satan or God? That's the weather. I got a flat tire. Is that Satan or God? That's the lack of air in the tire. Maybe your pants were older. Maybe you've had them for a long time. That's why they split out. I don't know. Maybe you tripped over that curb because you weren't watching where you were going. What we call this is life, and it happens to all of us. It's not necessarily Satan attacking us or God trying to beat us down and get us on the straight and narrow. I'm going to throw out another verse from Ecclesiastes. We did this last week, and this whole meaning of life thing, that's what Ecclesiastes is all about. So let's hit us with another one. Ecclesiastes 9:11. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to men of understanding, nor favor to men of skill, but time and chance happen to them all.
Time and chance?
Time and chance. Now that's religiously preached against. Nothing just happens.
Quote unquote, life happens.
Right. Life happens to us all. Time happens to us all. Why can't you see as well as you used to? Satan must be attacking. No, you're old. There you go. Time happens to us all.
Thank you for clearing that up.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, and chance happens to us all. That means things just happen. Time and chance happen to us. Life happens to everyone. No demons required. Yeah.
Man.
It doesn't have to be Satan attacking you. It doesn't have to be God trying to get your attention. It doesn't mean that Satan is a devil didn't go down to Georgia. He couldn't steal your soul. People in Georgia, you're good. Sometimes life stinks. There you go. Thank you for listening. Sometimes that's as deep as it gets. Life can be rough. I've lost a child. Did God teach me something through that? Absolutely. Did God cause that? No, he did not. Did Satan cause that? Nope. That's life. That's just life happening. I've had flat tires. I've had people hit me and leave, and there's no justice. A hit and run. No justice. Well, I don't know who was driving, but according to religion, it was either God or Satan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, same instances in life. A different scenario. Divorce, custody battle.
Yeah.
Financially breaking me on that. As far as. I don't think I could possibly got any broker, if that's a
Broker,
if that's a word. And even at that point, it continued to fall apart. It seemed like almost everything I touched was costing me money I didn't have.
You might want to scoot over here, Ashton.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like I fell into a bucket,
Yeah.
and then the bottom fell out of the bucket. Into a
Right.
hole. It just kept going, and I know, people kept saying, "Oh, you're being tested," or "You're
Yes.
you're this, you're that," and Satan's coming against you, or God's trying to get you to see this. And like you had touched on, I know for a fact God used that opportunity to teach me, to guide me. But if I look back at it, 99% of that come from poor decisions I had made earlier on in my life.
Absolutely.
You know,
You don't know, no demons required at all.
None.
You're right.
None.
Yeah.
I didn't need any help.
No, we're like experts in messing things up. So there's a lot of people that think I need to cast out the spirit of sore knee, which, by the way, is a thing.
Sure.
I don't know if Church of Christ. I don't know if you got a lot of that, but neither did I. But I know there's denominations out there that believe there's a spirit of whatever bad thing's going on, and they're trying to cast out the spirit of the knee hurt. My knee hurts, so I'm trying to cast out the evil spirit of knee pain or whatever it is, and that's not a joke. That really is a thing. You came from Pentecostal.
Yeah, spirit of poverty, spirit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Poverty. I need to work on that guy. Yeah.
Him and I need to have a talk.
You're right. So I'm with the Pentecostal side of things, and again, we're not putting down any denomination, nor will we ever. This is just we all have. We're all burnt on religion and different things, and context is important. But so with the Pentecostal side of your background, you did see a lot of the casting out of the spirit of whatever.
Whatever the ailment or, I don't know the good word for it, but yeah, whatever's inflicting this discomfort on you, yeah, you're casting it out, you're speaking to it, you're binding it.
Right.
So it can no longer work its mojo on you.
Right. Okay. Which really sounds
good.
well. It actually sounds pagan.
It does.
Trying to remove the aura of whatever or the presence of whatever. So we feel like it's a physical. Everything physically that goes wrong is a spiritual attack.
Exactly.
So. And by the way, this doesn't mean that Satan does not play a part in our lives in some way. Okay, so we're not trying to say that, but we're just saying just because life goes wrong doesn't mean Satan caused it. Doesn't mean God's causing it. God can always use it, absolutely, but it doesn't mean He's causing it. It just means that Satan is not. When life goes. The life doesn't go our way, it doesn't mean Satan's attacking us. That's just the bottom line. Life is bad that way. Therefore, I'm the biggest threat to Satan, and that's why he chose me today. Nope, stop. It's not that. Let's look at Romans 8:20. It says, "For the creation was subjected to futility, not willingly, but because of him who subjected it in hope, because the creation itself also will be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God." The world is cursed. With Adam and Eve, creation was subjected to futility, not willingly. Creation didn't pick this, but because of him who subjected it. That's what's going on here. Adam and Eve sinned, and their domain was it was cursed also. It fell under the curse of sin. So when a hurricane comes through, Satan or God? Maybe weather. Yeah, maybe it's hurricane season. Tornadoes. I mean, we're in the Midwest here. We're in Missouri. Tornadoes. We get to hear. And spring's coming. Not fast enough, but spring's coming, and we get to participate in the sirens that go on. You know, and in Missouri, here, and by the way, if you've seen videos on it, it's true. Are we barbecuing out there while the tornado sirens are going on? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. You know, until that tornado meets us in our yard, we're not going inside. We're probably looking for it because something's wrong with us. That's just, it's a sport here. So, floods in the spring. A lot of times we see that. Down in Texas, you saw the floods. There was that situation at that camp.
Yeah.
That happened where all the girls' camp, where all those kids were destroyed because of a flood. Satan or God? It was flood.
Well, I mean, and a lot of folks probably remember the flood of '93.
Yes.
I mean, Missouri River being right out here, in the town that we're in right now was.
Yep. We were all fish.
Well, we were landlocked at that
Yep.
point. We were stuck in an island because you had the 102, the Platte River, the Nottoway, and the Missouri, and they were all. I mean,
They all became
you had-
one.
Yeah, you had a lake, is what you had.
Right.
A moat around this town.
Right. And so Satan or God? Maybe a flood.
A flood.
I'm going to say all evidence points to flood because of the amount of water. I'm going to say the flood is the reason why we're landlocked, not God, not Satan. But what we don't do is when we look at the thing, you know, the flood, like, wonder what caused this. I mean, maybe an abundance of water. Nope, it's got to be God. It's got to be Satan. Yeah, it can't be life. It can't be that the world is. We are in a fallen world. It's got to be God or Satan. Everything has to be spiritual warfare. And again, we're not saying that spiritual warfare does not exist, because it does. Satan does have a part in all of this, but it's not H2O. It's not your flat tire. It's not all of this stuff. And God can use all of those things, but it doesn't mean he's causing them either. Life is coming at every one of us on a daily basis. That's just it. Morning comes, my alarm clock goes off, and I'm like, Satan's attacking me right now because I don't want to get up.
I don't know about Satan, but that alarm clock definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah, that alarm clock's attacking you. Yeah, because you didn't sleep so good. Well, which one is it? It's life. Sometimes it just happens. And like you mentioned, some hardships come because of our own choices. Is it Satan or God? It could have been me.
I was.
I was less right. Exactly. Sometimes it's us. And here's a verse to back that up. Proverbs 19:3 says, "When a man's folly brings his way to ruin, his heart rages against the Lord." When your decision brings your life to ruin, what do? God did this to me. But Solomon even writes it. He goes, this is what people do. And what are we talking about today on this topic? This problem right here.
The bad thing about it is, looking back at certain times in my life, I've even been that guy that, God, why are you doing this to me?
Right. Why is he allowing this?
Why?
Yeah.
What is the purpose?
And it says a man's folly brings his way to ruin. Who did it?
The man.
The man did. He bad choices. And now you're mad at God? And people do this. Or new development, maybe it's Satan. Maybe he is in Georgia looking for a soul to steal. Maybe it's Satan, maybe it's God. Or we either take the victim mentality where Satan is attacking us, or we throw the blame to God and say, "Why are you doing this to me?" Either way, we're the victim.
We're the victim.
Yeah, we're the victim. Sometimes that bad things just happen because we make bad choices. Sometimes that's it.
That makes way too much sense.
Oh, we can't use that then. No. 'Cause that would make us wrong. So in those moments, instead of saying, well, Satan's probably attacking me, we should be looking at how God is helping us grow through it. He didn't cause it either. But can he use the thing? Can he do that? Sure. Yes, he can do that. Years ago, my brother is listening. Call me. We'll talk. Yeah.
Choose those words carefully.
Yeah, we'll just talk about this.
John Doe.
Yeah, it's not me saying all this, but years ago, it was in July. I was working at a factory here in town, and working so many hours, trying to flip my house at the same time. But which, by the way, that's a lot. Don't do that. I slept for maybe 4 hours a day for like a year. That's all I got was 2 to 4 hours a day. But in July, this is a drought. I mean, just a drought. We decided to rip the roof off of our house and put a new one on there because it was in bad shape. So we ripped the roof off. I thought, I'm going to buy an insurance policy on this. So I went out and got a tarp that covered like the house. Wow. It was like a really expensive tarp, but it was like $100 and something for this tarp. But it covered my house. I'm like, $100 is better than, damage to the house, sure. Raccoons getting in there or whatever. Let's just tighten this tarp around the house. So I had to work. I'm working nights. So I'm off to work, and my brother's staying with us. He's helping me flip the house for the time he was there. So don't forget to put the tarp on the house, which, by the way, is not a one-man job with a tarp that big. But we put it up where all he had to do was pull it and, get up there and pull it and drape it and put some weights on it so it stayed and the wind didn't blow it away if there was a problem. Well, he didn't do that. He left the tarp off the house, and in the middle of that July drought, we had the biggest rain pour. I just came through, and my wife calls me at work. I'm like, the ceilings are turning colors because the water's on top of the sheetrock on the ceiling. And I'm like, okay. And it happened right at the end of my shift. So I came home and we jumped up there. By the time we got the tarp on there, the rain stopped. And it was time to get the tarp back off because we got to work on things. But the ceilings fell in my house and stuff. And I'm like, okay, so it was a drought. No chance of rain that I saw. And this magical rain shower came the one day we decided to take the roof off. I lost ceilings and stuff. That definitely had to be God or Satan, right? Because it was a freak rainstorm.
Yeah.
You know what it was?
It rained.
Freak rainstorm.
That almost sounds like a smiting.
Yeah, it almost, yeah. So
I'll show you.
Yeah. And at that time in my life, what did I do? I'm like, God, what are you trying to teach me? What's going on, God? What did I do? Please forgive me of all the sins I can't even think I did. All the religious things.
Sure.
And that's what I was doing. It's not necessarily an attack. It's just life. It's just life. So, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, because you bought the tarp in anticipation of this.
Yes.
The tarp didn't go up. So, dummy sauce?
Take that personally, sir. Now you've hurt my feeling. I feel like Satan's attacking me right now. I don't want to talk about dummy sauce right now.
Oh wait, is this part of the rap battle? Diss tracks?
No.
Diss tracks. Oh,
We got.
you gotta
All right.
respond.
I'm going to respond. Sometimes hardship happens because of other people's choices.
Dr. Clear.
Yeah. So my brother didn't put that tarp on the roof. And
Well,
you need to get back to us, man. You just
Everything comes together.
we need a person just watching Ashton.
This is great.
So to get back on topic, Mr. Rap Battle, my brother did not put that tarp on the roof, and therefore I had ceilings to fix too. You know, it's just sometimes our problems come because of not only our choices but other people's choices as well. In the Bible, we have a passage in Genesis where Joseph, Joseph, the one that ends up in prison and all of that stuff. Joseph's brothers are the ones that did the harm to him, not Satan. This is what Joseph says, Genesis 50:20. As for you, talking to his brothers, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring it about that many people should be kept alive as they are today. Joseph didn't say that Satan meant evil against him. He didn't say that. He said that his brothers did it. You meant evil against me. But then he looked at what God was able to accomplish through that. God didn't cause it. Satan didn't cause it. Who caused it? You did. Talking to his brothers. Your decision is what did that. You meant evil against me. God is always going to be active in our life. So when the good things happen, he is active. And when the bad things happen, he is active. But sometimes we miss it because we see everything as a personal attack. We just think everything's a personal attack rather than an opportunity to grow in another one of life's ugly turns. Life is going to take turns. Sure. And instead of growing, we just think, oh man, it's God or Satan. Which one is it? Like we're some pawn and they're playing this chess game. We just happen to be the pieces. It's a rough gig, but that's our thing.
Well, I mean, like I said, if we want to play the blame game, you never want to go, it was me.
Oh no, you don't want to. You don't want it to be your fault.
No, and granted, like you said, other people's decisions do directly affect other people's lives. The do's, the don'ts, but once again, that's part of life.
Right.
And you take a look. I could not begin to tell you how many times, looking back, bad effects came from literally my bad decisions. It's
Right.
Like, and as I'm going through that, I'm like, I'm my own worst enemy. It
A lot of
nothing
times
to-
we are.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with God or Satan. It was all me.
Right.
All me.
Yeah, the folly.
Yeah,
The-
exactly.
yeah, it's just sometimes we do stupid things. Sometimes we do.
Played stupid games and won stupid prizes.
That's right. That's right. And especially when we were young. When I say we,
Way back in the day.
yeah, back in the day, I made a lot of choices based on my lack of wisdom,
Amen.
thinking that I was wise.
Yes.
But that's when I learned I wasn't.
I found out.
Yeah, and that's how you learn. That's how you grow. Sometimes suffering teaches us. Failure is a really good teacher. If you don't like it, then chances are you're not going back that route. We just don't do it. But we can't say, well, Satan did it today and God's going to do it tomorrow. Either way, I'm getting a smiting. We feel it's like we think it's one or the other. Well, James throws something at us. James chapter 1 and verse 2, it says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness." He says you're going to meet trials of various kinds. It could be a flat tire. It could be a relationship issue. It could be finances. And he doesn't say God's going to do this to you or Satan's going to do this to you. It's just life is going to happen. You're going to face trials. And it says, but this testing of your faith produces steadfastness. Trials produce endurance and maturity. That's just what they do. It's just part of it. James never blames Satan. He doesn't say Satan's out to get you, so watch it, be careful. But he does admit that different things are going to come our way all the time. Life is just going to come at us. And God never promised good times in life. Did anybody find that? Where's that verse where God says, by the way, it's going to be fantastic?
I haven't found it yet.
Are you still
but
looking?
I will let you know.
Okay. He never guaranteed happiness or success in life. He just didn't. You want to see what he did promise?
Sure.
John 16:33. I have said these things to you, that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have tribulation, but take heart, I've overcome the world. That's the one promise we do have.
The other guarantee between life and taxes? Or
You're
death
right.
And taxes?
Death and taxes. Yeah. In this world, you will have tribulation. It's going to happen. Sometimes life is rough.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's going to happen, but we need to be encouraged because Jesus overcame all the circumstances. He's overcome the world, and He's there with us. His presence is there with us. So the guarantee, we're sitting on a guarantee here. Sometimes life sucks.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah, that was clear, too.
Really?
Write that one down.
Yeah. Like, wait a second. Where's the promise of prosperity and success and all of that? No. Life's going to be rough sometimes.
Sure.
But don't worry about it. I'm still there with you in the rough times. That's it. So let's blame Satan. Let's blame God. Blame whoever you want to all the time. Sometimes it's just you didn't put the tarp on the house. It's real simple. Sometimes the flood is caused because you have an overabundance of water. Sometimes the tire's flat because you ran over a nail. That's it. I'm not a private investigator, but I'm feeling pretty good about myself right now.
Oh, man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes life just happens. So, does that mean Satan is never attacking us at all? No, and that's not what we're trying to say. There is a spiritual war out there. So, you say, what about all the verses that talk about Satan attacking us? Well, let's address those.
Okay.
Because there actually is something going on, but you're not at the top of his hit list. It's like, well, Ashton's the biggest threat to me today, so let's flatten his tire. That's not what's going on. So, no, you shouldn't be disappointed. That's a bad place to be.
He'll go out today and there'll be 4 flat tires on his vehicle.
And then we'll leave. Like, I'm not hanging around saying it's attacking you. Yeah.
I don't want that attack to
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Sharing's caring.
So, yeah. Let's just move on. So let's look at these verses hey, let's address these. 1 Peter 5:8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, walks about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Now, doesn't that prove that Satan is attacking us? Remember, a lot of times we look at one verse and we go, hey, that's all I need. That's all the evidence I need. Doesn't that show that Satan's attacking us?
Well, the verse doesn't say that Satan is attacking us.
He walks about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour, okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he is seeking to devour.
Yeah, I guess that would be kind of an attack.
Yeah, or at least a plan.
A plan.
A scheme.
A scheme.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
That way.
so is Satan attacking us in this verse? No. Let's let context speak. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The context shows us how he devours us. And by the way, there is an attack here, but it's not your tire, it's not your health, it's not the flood, it's not your house, nothing like that. Let's go to the next verse here. Chapter 5, verse 6. Therefore, humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, walks about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. By the way, we went backwards, not forward in a verse there. I was wrong. So, he devours us through anxiety and care.
Was that attack?
What's that?
Was that a spiritual attack?
No, that was me reading the wrong number.
Okay.
So, so he devours us through anxieties and cares. That's the context. So it says, cast all your cares upon him, for he cares for you, talking about God, because Satan is wanting to devour you. So now the attack seems to be on our anxiety and cares. The only weapon Satan has in his arsenal is deceit. That's all he's got. He can't mess with your tire. He's a spiritual being, and he's not going to mess with your physical tire, okay? It's not going to happen. The only weapon he has in his arsenal is deceit. He's a deceiver. That is what he's the deceiver. He will accuse us, and he will deceive us, but he cannot flatten your tire or drain your bank account or cause the flood or anything like that. He can't do that. He can deceive you. He can accuse you. He accuses us day and night, and he is the deceiver. So he can say, he can work things out where I'm starting to think. He can't change my thoughts. He can't get in my head, okay? He can't do that. But I can start thinking, you know what? Maybe Satan's attacking me all the time. And I can start feeling, I must be a threat to him. Now we start seeing an attack happening because my ego's going up. The battle's in the mind. The battle, he's attacking our minds. Or maybe I'm thinking God's attacking me all the time. He's smiting me all the time. I'm just not worthy of anything. God can't use me. And suddenly the battle's taking place because of what's happening in my mind, not what's happening to my tire. The more I look at life's circumstances, the physical circumstances, and I give credit to God or Satan for the bad thing, the more there's a win happening in my head. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there is an attack going on, but it's not the tire, it's not the flood, it's not my pants ripped out. It must be Satan or God. It's just the physical thing isn't the attack. What I do with that may change the way I grow and learn. So there is an attack, but we're in a spiritual war. So what about Job? I mean, anybody listening, like, hey, hold on now, Job. I remember the book of Job. What about Job? Job lives way before the cross in the Old Testament. When Satan was, he deceived the nations and all of that. Remember, Satan was bound. In the New Testament, it talks about that. We are under the new covenant today where the Holy Spirit lives within us. That's where we are right now. Also, God allowed the circumstances for Job to teach Job and those who would read of his account. It was an illustration. It's like Hosea, the book of Hosea. God tells Hosea to marry a prostitute. He doesn't do that for all of us. That is not a command for all of us. But he used it as an illustration to teach, and we can learn from Hosea's story. We can also do the same thing through Job. That doesn't mean Satan is doing to us what he did to Job. Just because God allowed it to happen to Job doesn't mean God's allowing it to happen to me all the time either. So here's a comforting verse, and I love this verse. 1 John 5:18. We know that whoever is born of God does not sin, but he who has been born of God keeps himself, and the wicked one does not touch him. That's good to know. He can tempt us, he can deceive us, but Satan cannot take hold of the child of God. It cannot happen. He can't cause sickness or financial loss, car problems, health, anything like that. He didn't take your loved one from you. The problems in your home, maybe a child or something strays away. There could have been spiritual warfare happening there because of the mind. There could have been. That's why the Bible tells us to renew our mind. We might be running on that old programming. We might be handling things poorly. The battle is happening, but it's not. Okay, so you stubbed your toe. My God, why me? Why me? Well, you weren't watching where you're going. That's why you.
You should put that table there.
That's right. You're the one that put the furniture out there. So let's remember what's going on. The spiritual battle. Here's the spiritual battle. Ephesians 6:12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Yes, we do fight a spiritual battle. It is not a physical one. It is a spiritual battle that we're fighting. The way we grow, the way we learn, that can be spiritual. That can be a spiritual battle. The fact that the coffee table was moved because the kids were wrestling around and you're not used to it being there and you stubbed your toe, Satan didn't do that. That would be your kid, and you need to talk to your kid. If Satan can deceive us into believing that we are something that we're not, which he does all the time, the accusing, or even believing scripture out of context, and he has stopped us in our tracks. So yes, believe that he's the one that caused the bad thing, or think that God is punishing you because the bad thing happened. Either way, that works for Satan, because now you've got the whole thing out of context, and you're fighting the wrong battle. You're focused on the wrong battle. You're up against a coffee table, and Satan doesn't mind if you fight that. That's fine. Go ahead and fight that all day long. The battle is definitely real, but so many Christians think that bad circumstances happen because of Satan or God. How about life? How about just life? And let's live for God. If the bad things happen, grow in that. Don't blame God for causing it. Don't blame Satan for bringing it on. But let's just grow. Let's just grow. Let God use it for good. Somebody might have meant it for evil, but God can use it for good. Yeah, it hurts for right now. Well, grow. Grow. Learn. It's just life. 2026, by the way, life's coming at you. It's in this world you will have tribulation, but be comforted because Jesus has overcome the world. Find out what God can use through that. But Satan caused it or God caused it, I think we can flush that. Or hopefully we can. And by the way, California is still winning.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know. Is that God or Satan? Well, why is Missouri losing? So hopefully this topic today has helped people. I really hope it has. I mean, I was encouraged to find out that God's not smiting me and Satan's not attacking me all the time. Sometimes life is rough. Sometimes you're just getting older. Sometimes, death happens, sickness happens, floods and hurricanes, it's just part of it.
All the above.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But let's not point fingers. Let's just realize that God's going to help you through whatever. He's there with you all the way. So, you guys have anything else to add?
I think you came up with some pretty good bars, and
wow.
I expect you guys to
To wrap
have some lyrics next week.
Okay. I'll do the wiki thing, like old school. I'll do that. You do the rapping.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we got a deal. All right.
Nice.
Come see us next week. If you've got any questions, concerns, which, by the way, this rap battle thing should cause concerns, come back and see us next week. But also,
skyrocket.
yeah, you're going to do great, Rusty.
Or we're going to lose a lot of you.
We're going to lose a lot of listeners. By the way, thanks for listening to us up to this point. Please stay with us, even if there is a rap battle. Hopefully there's not. I'm praying that there's not. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, write to us at questions@burntownreligion.com. Let's make it a conversation and keep sharing the context or the content of what we're doing here. Let's help people. So many people have been burnt by religion. So let's help them get scripture back home to context. So with that, I think we're out of here.
All right.
All right, let's get out of here. Well, we'll see you next week.